blowing it up with all the followers. You know, I mean, I'll unblock you and follow you if you feel better about that.
I mean, it would make me feel good.
I mean,
all right, we're getting back. We're starting up the podcast broadcast, and I know that people are going to be late to the party because I surprised them with a 90-minute podcast broadcast on this Friday. But sometimes we like to go overtime.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the party. Please welcome back our good friend Shane from Tucson
Yeah.
Foodie. Yeah.
hey, good to be here.
Yes, and you know, I said this because we're on the stream, but I'm gonna have to say it all over again when we're on the air, which is 13 seconds. Same excitement, Valdez. Don't lose that excitement for Shane. Okay. So we got about 7 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. Hey.
Yeah. This time, act more excited. Okay. All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Lincoln Park. As you may know, just because the last segment, we reintroduced a good friend coming back to the show. We got Shane for Tucson Foodie. Everybody.
Yeah. Right.
It's a Tucson Foodie Friday. And of course, Shane and Tucson Foodie have been staying very active and busy in the community, giving you all the food news you need to know via social media and their website, TucsonFoodie.com. And on top of that, they also throw together fiestas. It's a fiesta in May, and that's for sure. And because Cinco de Mayo is this weekend, it's on a Sunday, which means we don't need to wait till the 5th. We're going to party it up on Saturday, the 4th. And that's exactly what you got going on for your Tucson Foodie Cinco de Mayo Tucson Fiesta. So tell me all about this, Shane.
We should really call it Cuatro de Mayo, right?
I know, and I've done that
What are you gonna
before.
do?
Look, here's a fun fact before we get into all that. Obviously, we know that Cinco de Mayo isn't Mexican Independence Day. Do you know when we started to popularize the holiday as Americans and why?
No.
Okay,
Please educate me.
yeah, and you're a professor, so you're gonna enjoy this. Okay, it's popular in the U.S. and the U.S. alone, strictly because of beer marketing. Okay, so beer companies,
Corona.
big beer like
Dos Equis, huh? They
yes.
started it.
Well, Anheuser-Busch, Miller and Coors, they made a push to push Cinco de Mayo as a Mexican St. Patrick's Day in order to sell more beer. The whole thing is market driven, right?
Everything is, man.
I know. And that's why
Valentine's Day.
Mexico don't care. You can go down to Mexico on Cinco de Mayo thinking that you're going to have like parades and block parties. They don't care at all. They care about their real Independence Day, which is in September, and of course, Day of the Dead. Those are the two holidays, right, Valdez?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, say that loud.
And Navidad, yeah. Christmas too,
There we go.
right?
Yeah,
Anyone who's
Christmas.
watched the movie Coco, you already know Mexican
Great
culture.
Right.
Not a great
But
movie, Shane.
I loved it.
No.
yeah,
My daughter liked it.
yeah, Coco was fantastic. Now, of course,
liked it.
this beer campaign actually worked, and it worked wonders because now the top ways that Americans celebrate Cinco de Mayo are eating Mexican food, drinking margaritas and beer, and then they say, quote unquote, celebrating Mexican culture. But yeah, here in Tucson, absolutely. In Wisconsin, not so much. All right. But yeah, that's it. It was all about marketing. And speaking of marketing, that's what you're doing here with Cinco de Fiesta, right?
Cinco de Fiesta. I like it. Yeah, man, we're throwing a block party. You know, I took a look at all the stuff going on Cinco de Mayo or Cuatro de Mayo.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a whole lot of super late night stuff. And
Yes.
everything was kind of expensive.
Right.
So we're just throwing a big block party with tons of food. We got Lucha Libre wrestlers. We got a couple of Spanish rock bands. We got DJs going past midnight, and it's $25.
It's past
What?
midnight.
That's it?
Is it outdoors as well? So it's like a
Yeah.
block party. It's on what, 51 East Congress Street?
Yeah, there's this huge parking lot between Congress and Pennington with all the murals.
Yes.
That one, we took over the whole lot.
Oh, nice.
We're
Nice.
gonna have a live mural painting guy.
Oh, who's the muralist?
His name is
You know, I'm going to ask these things.
Johnny Bubonic is his name.
Okay.
Johnny Bubonic. I'm
Really?
serious. Yeah.
Bob
Oh,
Ross.
nice.
Yeah.
No, Johnny Bubonic. So it's $25 in advance, $35 at the door. Ages 12 and under free. So it's an all ages event, huh?
After 10, 21 and up.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Nice. But you're going to kick things off, Tucson Foodie style, meaning there's going to be a bunch of food there as
Good
well.
food.
Yeah.
I handpicked my favorite Mexican food trucks. We got Fat Boy Sandos. Love them. We got Ensenada Street Food. Del Cielo's going to be there. We got La Chingada Cocina has their own food truck. They're our partner in this.
Yeah.
Valdez is like, I love the name of that place.
Uh-huh.
And we got a couple of sweet trucks. We got Just Churros and we got sweet rolls and more.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, and I like that it's a late night party too, because obviously you're right. There's a lot of things happening on Saturday, and I know that we have the Centurions party at the TCC right down the street, and you know, with Smash Mouth playing, all that. But that's not going to go all night long. I think they might even have a hard stop at like. Maybe 10.
I don't know, but you know, I can't afford to go to that, you know.
Yeah.
So, like,
it is a cheap alternative. Honestly, if you're looking to still go out and be able to have a good time, but you know, you're on a budget like most of us, we're giving you options and it's all in the same area. So, I mean, long story short, downtown is going to be jumping. Yeah, and
a lot going on. Hotel Congress has a huge Cinco de Mayo party on Saturday.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So basically,
Congress is going to be pumping.
Yeah, basically just Uber down there and then just walk around from one fiesta to another fiesta.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's going to be a good time.
But I love Tucson Foodie events because they're so well organized and it moves like efficiently. Because I'm very impatient.
I guess you didn't go to some of our earlier festivals. Thanks for saying that, man. We've got it figured out now. Thank you.
Now, so it's outdoors. It's a whole block. You're gonna have a stage and everything for your DJs and bands that are playing.
Yeah, we got 3 stages because we got the wrestlers up on a stage, the DJs got their own stage, and then the Rastas band.
What time does the Lucha Libre start?
They are 8 to 9.
Nice. Okay, yeah, full blown hour wrestling show, all Lucha Libre style.
Who's on the card?
Oh, I didn't recognize the names of any of these wrestlers. I'm sorry.
Well, Valdez is a referee.
This is gonna be my first time watching.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. You're a referee?
I do.
Yeah.
You ever wrestle?
Once in a while when I gotta fill in. So yeah.
Well, come on out. We'll throw you in the ring.
Yeah, this guy is a Jose of all trades. You know, he really is. All over the place. But yeah, Lucha Libre shows are fantastic, especially if you're, you know, you have a party setting and like live music in the background. I can just imagine it just being a blast. So yes, Cinco de Mayo that's happened on 51 East Congress Street. Right there, that downtown mural lot. It's going to be a full-blown block party put on by Tucson Foodie. You can go to TucsonFoodie.com for more information or join us on the podcast broadcast stream because we're going to continue to go down the rabbit hole, look at these flyers plus a couple great delicious posts that Shane and company have been posting on Tucson Foodie. We're going to have FC Tucson's head coach in studio here with us in a little bit, and I still have tickets to give away for FC Tucson. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right, yeah. I love who designed the flyer?
The team at La Chingada.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they did.
Every time, this
job.
guy.
I know. Why?
Every time I say La Chingada.
Why are you giggling like that, Valdez?
Because you know what it means.
What does it mean?
What it means.
I don't know what it means.
The screwed, like you're effed.
Okay. So it's the teammate you're fucked.
Yeah, it means fucked.
Oh, that's right. We're on the broadcast.
Yeah, now we're on the podcast.
We can say that.
Is that really the name of the team then?
That's the name of the restaurant, man. La Chingada.
Yeah.
Really? Is your fucked? Where is this a brick and mortar?
Yeah, dude. It's actually one of my favorites. It's right downtown. It's in the old Cafe Poca Cosa place.
Okay.
You know?
I love it.
Like Bennington.
I love it so hard.
It's great. It's really good, dude.
It is.
It's good food.
Is it really good food?
It's delicious.
And they know their name is your fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they know. They laugh about it.
Okay.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that.
That is great. And
I guess.
Does anyone else know? I mean, obviously,
like
people who speak Spanish.
47% of the population knows.
Like 80% of Tucson.
Yeah.
Damn. That's that's a pretty good joke. I mean, to name your restaurant, you're fucked. Take some huevos, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, DC, the guy, Manuel Cordova, the guy who owns all those restaurants, he's got balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay,
smart.
so usually
He just
when
wants to have fun.
yeah, but well, that sounds like a fun name. And usually when there's a name for a restaurant, there's some kind of concept that associates the food, right? That like ties together. What makes the food you're fucked?
I don't know. Maybe you go there, it's so good you eat too much, then you're fucked.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've done that. I've overeaten on date nights where they're like,
Like, hey, babe, let's go back. You're like, well, I don't know if I can because I'm
I
gonna
just
throw
need
up
to
on you.
digest for an hour.
that literally happened to me on a Saturday, right? Like I had a little hotel room rendezvous and stuff. We were getting it on beforehand. Before dinner,
Nice.
everything was good. I had 3 rounds, got 3 rounds in. Yeah. I'll teach you my trick. But and then so the room was perfect. It was like right when I walked in, I was like, this is a sex room. It was like a double tree, right? It had nice sex couch, sex bed, walk-in shower, everything about it. Yeah, but it looked good. It was like I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this room on Pornhub. Like this is the room. So all about it, we're getting it on, and then afterwards, like we work up appetite, let's go eat, and we went to In-N-Out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. Great choice.
yeah, I know, and they messed up her order at first, the burger. So I ended up eating her second burger. It was too
Oh.
much, and we did it protein style, so it was lettuce wraps. But basically, long story short, I got the bubble guts, and when I wanted to go in to kind of wrap the night up with a bow, so to speak.
Round 4.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
Yeah, sure.
Couldn't do it. Even in the morning, I was too poopy. I was just like, we gotta go. You
Yeah.
gotta go your way. I gotta go to my bathroom, and
Yeah. By
So
the
what
way,
do
do
you
you
think,
want to?
Shane? F my life? Is that a F my life?
Yeah. Totally.
yeah,
Well, I don't know because he got it on a few times before.
That's true.
yeah, 3.
So he got lucky.
Yeah,
Being
yeah.
greedy.
Beef's like,
You
by the
wanted
way,
to do
3
it before.
times. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, 3 times. So I mean, it wasn't a complete bust. I mean, I paid for the hotel room and everything. So like I need to get my money's worth. I still could have. I think I could have got at least 2 more in if it wasn't for my poor eating choices.
Man, what a class. Maybe F her life.
Yeah, well, I don't think she knew. I mean, I played it off. I wasn't very vocal about what was happening.
Okay.
Just kind of said like, let's just hang out. And kinda,
I love you so much. I don't want to have sex with you right now.
right? Yeah,
This is
I
going
just want.
so well. I don't want to just do it again.
Yeah, I just want to talk.
Yeah.
Like I paid for this room just so we could have a conversation and watch HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's when you're like scrolling through the TV. You're like, oh, The Hangover's on TBS. I love edited movies. Let's watch this.
Now, luckily we had HBO. Like I said, I spent money on a hotel room. It was a nice double tree. I'm telling you, I was like, all right, well, we'll do it again next time. No, I'm gonna fast. I'm not gonna eat anything, any food.
You're just gonna be like shaky, like, look. Are you okay? Yeah, let's do this. Come on, let's do this.
I'll load up on electrolytes, maybe a protein bar.
Just eating broth and like juice the whole week.
No. I mean, it does help if you feel a little like slim or slender going into it. You know what I mean?
I never know that feeling.
Oh yeah. I forgot who I was
slender.
talking to. My bad. So after we get with this fiesta that's happened on the 4th, right? You still have to do. Are you still trying to do like an event a month or 4 events a year?
We do a lot more than that now, my man. Vegan night market exploded.
Yes. Yeah.
Moved it up to Rito Park.
Oh,
by the racetrack.
Shit. Yes.
Wow.
The pavilions with the farmers market.
Yeah.
We're like 60 vendors, 3,000 people, 4
So
times a year.
When's your next vegan market?
June 1st.
Okay, yeah, we definitely have to talk before that too. I mean, I went out there with my daughter last time, massive, tons of people, and so sometimes they're actually their success was to their detriment. These vendors were so busy that the lines some of the vendors were just couldn't keep up with the demand. Luckily, there was vendors there that could, but yeah, now with 60 vendors, you spread that out.
This time we got 11 food trucks and over 50 other vendors.
That's amazing.
Both of the lines get cut short. Plus parking.
Yes.
Lots and lots of free parking.
Yes, I ended up paying for parking last time, but that was my bad. I made the bad decision. Why are you laughing?
Everybody talks about parking.
That
Lots
sounded
of
very
parking.
orange. He was like, that's a parking.
Oh,
So
orange,
much
huh? Is that what you say? I love that. There's going to be lots of parking.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I'm bad at that.
Are you booked all the way into the fall? Because I do want to put together a small fall ball.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be
So
awesome.
yeah, I want to talk to you more about it. I've been talking to a promoter too, be like, oh,
Cool.
we'll piece together. I just got to get past this week in this contract, and hopefully,
do it.
yeah,
Let's
it's all
talk.
said and done. Yeah,
I want to do more music stuff.
exactly right. Yeah, so I think small ball would be nice, and at the Amex, I mean, Amex is fun to work at, right?
The
Like-
annex?
Yeah, Annex. Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Annex.
pricey, but yeah. we can do
Yeah.
that,
Okay. Well,
We'll figure it out.
I mean,
We'll talk about
Rito Park is also a nice place too. They already got a stage there and everything, right?
it. Yeah, they have like a 10 o'clock noise curfew.
Yeah. Okay. So,
let's go with annex or something else.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. And if it's a small ball, I mean, if I went to Rito, essentially that's a bigger ball. It really depends on how thirsty or how much money the partnering promoter wants to be. So I get messages about KF Mayday all the time, which is like whatever. I get it, and I've been wanting
let's do it.
So no, this message here that I'm beginning to receive a message on my Beef Vegan page where a guy's like, is Nate. And Nate, if you're watching, I appreciate you, but like, let me explain this. He goes, Beef, will we ever get another KF Mayday or fall ball? Inquiring minds want to know. Now, Nate, I mean, if you've been paying attention and listening, then I've talked about this ad nauseum, right?
I guess he doesn't listen. Not
Yeah.
a true listener.
Yeah, true. But
Come on,
he's
Nate.
messaged me, I'm sure he's one of those casual listeners, which is fine. And I was like, they've been working on it, but I've been told that for 3 years now, right? Eye roll emoji, fingers crossed emoji. And then he goes, there is a market for it. Thanks for the info. I'll make sure to support you if the time comes. I'm like, oh, yeah, we know there's a market for it, Nate. It's all about finding a promoter willing to put it on for us. And I didn't respond to this last message. He goes, I wonder if Lucky Man Concerts would do it, and I wanted like a dick. Last night I was going to be like, oh, yeah, who's the owner of Lucky Man? Do you know the name of the owner of Lucky Man? Tom LaPena. Tom LaPena, do you know the venues that he owns? Marquee Theater. Did you know when he started the Lucky Man promotions, he was promoting mainly at the Mason Jar, and he used to work for Danny Zalisco alongside Charlie Levy with Stateside Presents, and both of them now own venues and are very prominent promoters. Did I think about Lucky Man? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, come on, man.
You dick.
So did you? Or?
Dick.
No, I didn't message any of that. But the reality is, like, yeah, okay. With all due respect and kindness, Nate, any suggestion that you have right now, you're 3 steps behind. I've already been throwing it out there. These names have already been talked about, and some of them may even play ball on some events. But like, another thing I'd mention to Nate is, do you know the last Lucky Man show that was booked down here at a big level? Well, that was Incubus at the TCC. Did we sell that show out? We did not. Did he make money on that show? He did not. So it's not like he's just like jumping at the bit to be like, oh, sure, let me spend $1 million and roll this dice, even though he does like putting together festivals.
Well, can we redo KFMA Day on like a little bit of a smaller scale and have some local bands on stage?
No, we're still working on KFMA Day, and it would be a big scale, but it wouldn't. You know what? Honestly, the TCC has been wanting, because the Centurion Party this Saturday has a good little layout. The TCC has been wanting KFMA Day there at the TCC. Like, I think if there's a possibility of KFMA Day coming back, then it would be an event at the TCC and not Keno Stadium. I think that's the only possible way for a first KFMA Day to come back. And then if things work out and people make money, then we can move it back outside. But, with everything built in one, it seems like that would be a possibility, but who knows? We'll see. And unfortunately, they're leaving me out of the conversation, because I'll tell you what, if I was in the conversation, this shit would have been done. It just would have, so there you go. There's inside baseball talk and all the business you need to know.
But we can do a small ball together. Outside of the
absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And then Josephine, the food truck thing is downtown on 6th and is it 6th and Congress or 51 East Congress Street?
It's like in between Pennington and 6th or Congress.
Okay.
So it's not really an intersection.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast stream, and Josephine's asking again where the food truck thing's at, and the exact address is 51 East Congress 61, Street, or 61. Yeah. I need glasses. That could easily look like a 5 too.
It's right in the middle of downtown.
Yeah, so basically you're just going to want to go downtown and, you'll find it, because it'll be the big outdoor block party with tons of music and just smell the food. I guess it would be dangerous to try to follow the food smell on Cinco de Mayo weekend in downtown, because your nose is going to lead you all over the place, right?
Like that guy from remember that Monterey Jack am I the only guy who watched cartoons?
The only guy that watched cartoons in 50. Oh, yeah. No, that was
his mustache would come on. The Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
The Rescue Rangers.
Man,
yes.
That's right.
Well, they just did a reboot of Rescue Rangers too. It was actually pretty good. If Powers was here, he would have answered it immediately. But yeah, just like Monterey Jack.
Was it as good as Coco?
No, it was not as good as Coco. Yeah, so okay, with that, so it's just downtown again, 61 East Congress Street for the Fiesta de Tucson, with all those food trucks and of course live music and lucha libre action. And if you were looking to do a festivity with your kids, you could do so from 6 to 10 a.m. there. But then at 10 p.m. Sorry. At 10 p.m. they're kicking the kids out. It's going to be a 21 up event, and it's going to go till late. And then would you say a hard stop at midnight then? Is that too late?
No, we can go a little after that. Yeah.
That's crazy. They're allowing you to just kind of like.
It's downtown.
It's downtown, so you're like,
Dude, Playground is blasting music all the time past midnight.
that's true. They
Place
go
is
till
popping.
2.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the noise ordinance isn't really there. It's
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll go a
So
little later.
yeah, so you'll go until they tell you no, or 2.
Mhm.
What if you went till 3?
I'm gonna do the thing where I get super drunk and then I'm like, "No, man, this is my party. You can't shut us down. We're having fun."
Don't be that guy.
Is that the foodie guy?
I just want to have a party.
Yeah.
TMZ Tucson, just footage of drunk Shane.
Yeah, just tripping over myself. Real classy, buddy.
Yeah, well, please don't be that guy. Now, Shane, before I let you leave, tell me a couple places that popped up on your radar as a Tucson foodie extraordinaire that have opened up recently that you're pretty excited about around town locally. Is there any restaurants that have been doing big things?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to go check out Miss Saigon, right? They used to be open over near Thunder Canyon or Thunder Bacon Burger, but they just opened that new spot on Broadway in that old neon Chinese spot.
Okay, yeah.
And man, it is gorgeous. They built these big like rose blossom trees inside. They're fake, but they're beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, these crazy LED lights to change the colors. It's beautiful.
Okay,
And
so
it's
it's an
really good food.
experience. So the food's really
Oh,
good, but
yeah.
you go in there on like a nice
Elegant.
night with a different kind of atmosphere. Miss Saigon on Broadway has stepped up their game.
And somehow I went and ordered food and I got out of there for like $20.
Really?
So it's
Really?
it's like a high end atmosphere with like reasonable pricing and really good curry sauce.
He
If
just
you like
got-
curry. It's fantastic.
I think I heard Valdez get aroused, like physically. I
Have you
think
been
I
to
heard that.
Chelas yet?
Not yet.
Cool. Well, that's worth checking out. They got a cool
Where's that
spot,
at?
and it turns into like a dance club at night.
Oh,
It's right on Congress.
okay.
In Congress, what? And what is it? Is that Mexican food?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's there's a restaurant kind of out east by the airport called El Sur.
Yeah.
Old, like
yeah.
been open a long time. Well, the family, and it's just kind of like a hole in the wall. It's nothing fancy. Well, the same owners of that opened up Chelas, and it's like beautiful. It's like high end,
Oh.
also reasonably priced, Mexican. Got
Yeah.
some good vegan options. Huge, beautiful Danny Martin mural on the back, and they take the tables out after late, and you can dance and stuff.
I love
They
it.
just opened like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, see, well, if you want to be up to date always,
Yeah.
on all the great places that are open up in town and, any food news locally, TucsonFoodie.com is the place to be. And of course, you can follow them on social media as well at Tucson Foodie on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, wherever you do social media. Shane, it was great catching up with you again. I can't wait to party with you this Cinco de Cuatro or Cuatro de Mayo. Sorry.
The 5th of the 4th.
I'll party with you on the 4th into the 5th. Okay. So we'll be
Oh, yeah.
partying after midnight.
Good
So,
point. Yeah, I
yes.
mean, technically, our party is going to keep going into Cinco de Mayo, so it's
Oh,
we can
there
call
you
it Cinco
go,
de Mayo.
see?
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Shane from Tucson Foodie, everyone. Again, the fiesta that's happening downtown, right around 61 East Congress Street is called Cinco de Mayo Tucson Fiesta. Get more information on that at TucsonFoodie.com. We're gonna hit the reset, and we're gonna welcome the head coach of FC Tucson, Jon Pearlman, in studio next on the podcast broadcast. So don't go away. Clear. All right, you were good to go, my friend. Thank you so much.
Dude, thank
So
you.
hear me out, Shane. Gluten-free Jello wrestling. Beef Vegan presents gluten-free Jello wrestling.
Gluten-free Jello wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jello is Jello vegan? It has to
Jello
be
is a-
vegan Jello. All right. So earlier this morning we did tap out. We're gonna have Jon Pearlman in up next. We have a
Very
bunch of
funny.
stuff to share with you. It's gonna be fun. Here, check this out. It's tap out Charo Chica. On KFMA, that's Sleep Theory. Welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents, and in studio, got a very special guest, Nelly Valdez, joining me for this morning. We got Shane from Tucson Foodie back in the building. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, I'm back. Good to see you.
Yes. Now Shane is back. They're throwing a block party downtown Tucson Foodie in conjunction with a couple partners. There's going to be food, music, DJs, the whole
Wrestlers.
nine. Wrestlers. Yeah. So
What?
yeah, it's a fiesta. And so when I saw this, I got uber excited about it. I'm like, you need to come in and give us all the tea. So we're going to talk more about that, how you could participate here in a little bit. But it's fitting that I got my foodie friends in studio because it's Friday. And I got, another round of tap out to do with our new sponsor, Charo Chico. Charo Chico is essentially baby Charo, El Charo that you know and love, been around 100 years in Tucson. Well, they opened up, another location on Prince and Campbell. This is the faster version of it. So if you want the flavor of El Charo, but you don't have time to sit down and do a fancy meal, yeah, then you can get that great food quick and easy, fast casual, and I have up to $100 in gift certificates to give away. And in honor of that, I even made a little theme song for Charles Chico. We've been doing this a lot. Yeah, it's fun. It's called Charles Chico Fiesta.
We like to come and dine. My favorite place for lunch. It's
always
a good time.
Always a good time.
It's a fiesta in your mouth. Burritos, enchiladas. The flavors and south. Salsa bar so vibrant. All the options we can explore.
Oh, it's still going.
It's a jingle the last 3 days. Why? Yes.
Flavors go wild. Happy savor each bite. Come on down. Join the fun and let your appetite ignite.
There's 17 more minutes to that song, but I'll
Holy cow.
yeah. Charles
Wow.
Chico Fiesta.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
That's very.
So that's
very Cuban.
Did you compose that, or was that?
I did.
hooked with
I'm
AI?
an in-house producer. It was salsa and Latin,
Wow.
actually, not Cuban. And Charles Chico Fiesta is the name of that song. Is it going to be their official theme song? We'll find out. But if you would like to try to win up to 100 gift certificates, you could experience Charles Chico for free and even include your familia this Cinco de Mayo. I mean, what better way to, feast on this Italian or this Mexican cuisine? Damn it.
That's a lot of mini chimneys. $100? Hell
I'm telling you, dude.
Hell
Yeah. So 600 KFMA, 605-362. Here's the deal. We're going to play Tap Out right now. And if you can answer the first question correctly, you're going to be our contestant. For every question you answer after that, you're going to score yourself a $20 gift certificate. If you answer all 5 questions correctly, then you're going to get yourself all $100 in gift certificates. But if you don't, that's okay, because the rest of it is going to our scavengers. 600 KFMA, 605-362. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, this first one's going to be super easy here. Let's see who our first contestant is. Rock on 2.1. Who's this? Okay, Enrica. All right. Is that how you say your name?
That's right.
Okay, excellent. If you could answer this first question correctly, you're going to be our contestant and qualify to win up to $100 of gift certificates. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's going to be super simple. Enrica, I need you to spell Cinco de Mayo. Go.
Okay, Cinco is C-I-N-C-O. De is D-E, and Mayo is M-A-Y-O.
That is correct. Yes. All right.
Ding,
See,
ding,
I was assuming I'd have a gringo be calling in and then not be able to spell it. All right. So $20 is in your bank account. Okay. Now here's the deal. For every question I ask you now, you have 5 seconds to answer. Okay. If you answer correctly, you're going to bank yourself another $20 gift card. If you answer incorrectly, then the rest of your gift cards are going to go to our scavengers. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. I feel like you have this. All right. True or false? Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day.
Oh,
That is correct. All right. Yeah, there you go. It's $40 in your bank account. You're going to know this one as well. What animal is El Pastor made of?
oh, I just got in an argument about this.
Hurry up.
Yeah, sorry, it's pork.
No, you didn't answer it in time.
What?
No,
You can't tell me cool story, bros, in the middle of a speed game.
sorry, I forgot 5 seconds. Oh, come on.
I need a recount.
Come on,
man,
Beef.
recount.
No. Okay. Here's the deal. If this next question was going to be super hard, now technically you got it wrong, but if you could answer this next one, I will let you walk away with $60 in gift certificates to Charles Chico on Speedway. Or I'm sorry, on Campbell and Prince. But if not, then you're just going to walk away with $40, and I have 3 gift certificates to give away to our scavengers. Speaking is hard. Okay, so here it is. Okay, Cinco de Mayo celebrates a victory over France. What was the name of the battle they fought?
Oh, my God, I don't know. That is a hard one. I know it was a victory over France, but I don't know the name.
Yeah, it was I know. That's all right. Well, the good news is for you, I'm going to be generous. And, this is our first month of doing Charles Chico. So you're going to get $40 in gift certificates so you can try them out. That's great for a big ass meal with an appetizer. It's
Easy, 2 people.
Yes.
Get the shrimp tacos.
Or be greedy and take yourself out on a day and get hammered.
Yeah. They serve alcohol there too. And of course, fresh salsa bar. Here's the answer. It was the Battle of Puebla in 1862.
Puebla, Mexico.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Over France.
Another city of gastronomy.
No,
that?
I did not know that. Yeah, they got fantastic food. So, very good news for you. You still got $40 in gift certificates. Now I needed you to give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
8.
Okay, 8. Give me 2 other numbers.
And 6 and 2.
Okay, so callers number 2, 6, and 8. You guys are going to be scavengers and pick yourself up a $20 gift certificate to Charles Chica. Congratulations and thank you for playing the game, and happy Cinco de Mayo. We're going to hit the reset, and when we come back, we're going to talk about all the festivities that you can enjoy this weekend while celebrating Cinco de Mayo with Shane from Tucson Foodie. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out.
Well, then, here, we're going to get on the podcast broadcast right now. We have head coach of FC Tucson, Jon Pearlman, joining us. Good morning, John, or coach, I should say. You're talking about Soundgarden. So you love early Soundgarden, right? What's like your go-to jam? That you like?
I wouldn't say too early. I'll just say I probably, this is again, thank God it was CDs. And I'm so embarrassed. First of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
It's embarrassing, but
thank you for coming in.
Bad Motor Finger I played on CD. Thank God it was CD because my tapes, the early tapes you had, like all my Suicidal Tendencies tapes were just would run out.
Yeah.
I had a little Centro with but once I got the Celica with so Soundgarden, Bad Motor Finger on, repeat, just.
I'm seeing if I have it actually.
Just,
no, I don't. I was just like,
outshined.
Because I was like, I'll play your song on the radio for you.
Listen, I love the music. You was just like I said, I know you people. Like I love the music you play. This is what I listened to when I first moved here. All I listened to was Scandinavian.
When did you move to Tucson?
I moved here in '97. I originally came here for law school, which I quit summarily.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I took a leave of absence. I didn't want to be a lawyer. What I really wanted to do was play a lawyer on TV.
Yeah.
But what I ended up doing was I ended up getting my degree in education here, and I have lots of great friends who are attorneys in town. But
nice.
And then I got into the soccer coaching I played in college, and then just entrepreneurship ended up with FC Tucson, the team in the MLS event, which we've had here forever. So
right, yeah,
and I've been here quite a while now. I've been here longer than I was in New York, so it's really not fair to say I'm a New Yorker, but I grew up in New York.
You know how it is, though. It was New York in the DNA. No matter where you are, transplanted.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I'm New York. I mean, I'm as New York as they come in many ways, but I mean, this is home. I don't say New York's home. I'd say in many ways I'm a New Yorker.
I was born in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I was raised in Arizona. I came out here when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And all my family is from New Jersey. But as I was becoming an adult and doing these like corporate events and meeting people from all over the country, a lot of people would be like, "Hey, you from New Jersey? You from the East Coast?" And I never had an accent, right?
Yeah.
And it perplexed me for a long time. I'm like, well, how do they know, right? And then one day it just kind of dawned on me, it wasn't the accent, it was the attitude. Like I inherited the attitude. I had a whole family of East Coast attitude that I was raised around. And then I had that kind of like no nonsense. But,
yeah, I'm a very much, again, age will do that to you as well. I'm a mellowed out version of what I was. Again, watch how fast people walk and if they're from the East Coast. It's one way very easily. Always being told, well, why are you walking so fast? It's like New York City or New York, you're trying to get somewhere or get somewhere else.
Right.
So you walk at a pace that's especially uncomfortable in the dating realm. Like, God, I'd like ruin relationships. But like, don't you want to be with me? Like, I'm like, why are you going so slow?
That's the most frustrating part, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I would love to go with long walks on the beach if you can keep up with me. Yeah.
I call it my Costco
people
walk.
sweating, cramping up. I mean, that's great. Yeah, but it's more, it's not like necessarily a negative. It's a speed of let's go. It's like, you all listen, I listen, I'm 50 years old now. I'll do TikTok all day. I mean, I would just sit on, but like, the deli guys, they have those deli guys from Boston. And they're like they're in my they're in my feed. Obviously, they're in my algorithm. So there's like, come on, let's go, chop, like, you know, the egg, Sam, bacon, egg, cheese. Like, it's just the speed. You've got to go. And so when it comes to restaurants here, I had to get used to it. It's just not, because they're trying to turn over the tables. You know what you want to order. You don't. People here like ask questions like. You get killed in New York.
Yeah,
like you're gonna get choked out or like thrown out of the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. You just make it efficient. Sit down, let them know what you want, get out. You know, get your food, get out.
Yeah, that's it.
And it has a very kind of lackadaisical, kind of Wild West kind of tempo.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, takes a while to get used to for sure.
I call that my Costco walk because I know where I want, where it's at, and I just
you're the only one in there.
Like,
you and me, and we're just running into people.
And there's people like, oh, look at this free sample. I'm like, get out of the way.
Oh
That's a mentality that hasn't left me either.
How much nacho cheese do you need on a cracker? Just get on with it.
Yeah. Now you're coaching a bunch of like young men, right?
Yeah. So
they got to keep you hip, right?
Yeah. Listen, I am less cool every year, and
it happens.
you know, so I was the head coach. Now I'm the technical director and the president, but I work on the staff, so I'm with the young. Listen, it makes me. I love hearing about them and also ask them questions because I have 2 college-age daughters.
Yes.
So I'm trying to understand what is going on. And it does really help me understand like how they think, the language they're using. You know, I didn't know things need to be mid. I don't know what's happening. I don't use.
You're like mid. That's good, right? Like
I don't use the language. I would never embarrass them, but at least I know when someone's upset or what they're trying to do. It is great, and you know, obviously for me, you know, it's great to have them. And you know, this Sunday, you know, with the Cinco de Mayo match opening, you know, again, you have that first time with the new players. It's their first game, and you hear them in the locker room and what they listen to, and just what they're wearing, and they have their headphones right on their head. Our new goal kid. I mean, I love it. I love that they're like expressing like I'm not old guy at the get off my lawn.
Yeah.
I am in some ways, but like I'm not with like I love seeing the interesting things people like in the music. Like I don't love all of it, but I'm always interested to pick out what I'm gonna like of what's new.
Right.
You know?
And be open-minded to it.
Of course. Yeah.
And I'm sure, especially with like music, it's a way to connect and relate and kind of, you know, a bond basically amongst young players and stuff. So,
yes, 100%.
But you can't come in like snapping your fingers, being like,
no,
this rocks. You know?
Yeah.
You ever try to turn them on with the music that you grew up with, which is the 90s explosion, like grunge?
So what will happen now, just on the timing of it for the players, and it wasn't the case always because there was that gap when I was, you know, the 35, because I'm 50 now. Those kids grew up with their dads playing what I played. So a lot of them have dads. So imagine they're 22. So now there's a time where there's like a real window where they were having people my age or having kids that are now the age of my players.
Yes.
They're the college age.
Yeah.
So last summer, it was like there was a guy, so people can try to control the music. So we have like I've heard the best Latino. I never knew anything, you know, like I knew anything about cumbia and like all these like, you know, reggaeton. Like I didn't know what the hell was going on. But like I ended up, you know, like it was like a vibe. Like they have their vibe. And then some people will play like old Alice and like their dad played that in the car, just like my daughter likes a mix of things. Yeah, does she like Taylor Swift? Sure, but she also likes
what she's calling classic rock and referring to Nirvana.
Me Nutshell by Al. You know what I'm saying? Like she and it is slightly genetic. I really believe that because she'll send me things that I would have never imagined her sending me that I already had loved. It's
nice.
I would love to do the research on that, but yeah, locker room is great. This Sunday, it's going to be great. You know, so I think it's probably going to be a Latino vibe this Sunday. I mean, it's the holiday.
Yeah.
But ultimately, all summer it's great music. I mean,
and
music is part of football.
Yeah.
I mean, but training, we warm up with music sometimes. I mean, it's just part of what we do.
I mean, scientifically proven. If you're working out with music, you're working out harder, and you know it just kind of fuels that motivation.
When
We're gonna get on here.
I'm hearing the music and just crying in pain, but the music does keep me going.
Right. Or we're getting on the air. We're gonna reset the table here. Talk about the game, what we can expect with FC Tucson, everything else. So. Let's do that. It's Green Day on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Please welcome in studio. He's the head coach, or actually now president, former head coach of FC Tucson, Jon Pearlman, joining us. Good morning, coach. Or I'm still going to call you coach. Is that all right? I mean, it's a title once you have it.
No, listen,
you're
I'll always be coach, and I'm still coaching. I'm on the sideline. I help, but it's really more to help Coach Pineda grow. He's a fan. He's going to be fantastic this year. But thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Of course, I remember the inaugural year, and then as this, how many years has it been at FC Tucson?
This is year 14 for us.
14, yeah.
So
okay, so then no, I don't know the inaugural year.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're thinking about the inaugural pro year, I mean that was very recently. But we've been around longer. People think we were really taking advantage of the unfortunate event of the Sidewinders and the Diamondbacks leaving Keno. That's when we repurposed the north side specifically.
Yeah, for Keno North, and that's where. So essentially, I mean, it's like a pro soccer kind of field and arena in a way.
Yes.
What's the seating?
3,500.
3,500. Yeah, 3,500 fans can go out there in attendance. The game's usually at night. The Cinco de Mayo is going to be a night. It's going to be a beautiful night. The home opener.
Fireworks, maybe.
Yeah. So are you going to have actual fireworks?
Actual fireworks.
Yeah. So let's talk the festivities of what people could expect coming out to the season opener, and then we'll talk football. See how I said that.
So what do people? So one, Ghana's tacos, unbelievable. So fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Tacos, burritos. I mean, really fresh there. You can smell the meat. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Like when you get a proper truck.
Yes.
Situation.
So you got a food truck out there slinging that.
Yeah, we have great concessions in general. We have all the things you would want at a ball game. You get your hot dog, you get your hamburger, beers, all the locals. We're supported. We have so many Pueblo Vida, Barrio. All our partners, and we try to serve as much local as we can.
Yes.
Pueblo Vida makes the Golasso beer. It's an FC Tucson beer.
Nice.
So they make us a gold nail for us. It's fantastic. And then fireworks after the game, and we're also having Sunnyside's mariachi. And they're playing. They're doing our national anthem, both the Mexican and the U.S. national anthem. And again, it's just a beautiful festivity. We're incredible, and the weather's going to be great. And we're playing Selección Guanajuato, which is Guanajuato League is the best men's league in Southern Arizona. It's on South Side Men's League. They put together their best all-star team. And we let them train Keno. We rent the field for them, and we want. Listen, this is a game where they get after. They want to win, but there's love there. There's love because a lot of those guys have played for us formerly or played for me as a youth player, and it's for 90 minutes, it's great. And then after, it's hugs and we're sitting. You get out in the field, you put your blanket down, and then the fireworks are raining down. Yeah, it's fantastic. So we got a fireworks show that's happening after the home opener of FC Tucson that's happening this Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, at Keno North Stadium. Soccer is continuing, obviously, the number one most popular sport in the world. But you're seeing kind of like a United States kind of resurgence and growth in popularity. It almost seems like this. Right. So tequila was like the celebrity thing that everyone jumped on. Right. Every celebrity has a tequila. Now you're seeing celebrities buy football clubs. Right. Yes.
And you got like someone like even Ryan Reynolds and they got a fantastic television show talking about their club that they bought over in the UK. What celebrity would you want to buy your club and why? Wow. By the way, now this is going to haunt me all day. It was one of the best. I'm not being funny. It's one of the most interesting questions I've been asked. What celebrity? So it's tough. It's going to happen eventually. Yeah, like they're all trending. So I think to be fair, and obviously we're looking to go back to pro, and we are looking at investment. And I've looked at, to me, for FC Tucson, I would want someone with Tucson roots. Okay. So I don't know who, but like names that come to mind that I think would be great owners of a team. Linda Ronstadt. I was going to say. Listen. So if you go on the non-sports tip, Linda Ronstadt, great choice. Yeah. Richard Jefferson. Oh, yeah. Richard Jefferson. Great podcast, great presence. Mm-hmm. People know him. If you want to grow your brand, 100%, I think Richard Jefferson. And he would be way into it. And he could be in as the color guy. I mean, I think he would jump into it. And it's just something I've considered. But there's so many. I would want an Arizona great. Yeah. In Arizona, whether it's a U of A alum or somebody who played high school sports here that's shined to the highest level. Yeah. Or one of my former players as a group that have gone to the MLS, like Aaron Long, captain of the national team for us, plays for LAFC. If Aaron came back with a group of guys that were former soccer players that he knew from his LAFC times, he came in because I know that they care about the brand and loved it when it was small. So again, that's a great question. I'm going to be thinking about that, write that down. But yeah, I mean, send it on email. You want somebody that not just is going to be. I mean, what
Reynolds has done and Rob have done is branding. They understand branding and celebrity. They're also buying a team in Mexico, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, really? So that's just the first of the teams that they're going to buy, huh?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I mean, it's become a big thing. So again, the hard part is foreign teams, because we don't have promotion and relegation here.
Right.
You can buy Wrexham and you can go all the way up in other countries. So that makes it very, very tempting. If you do a good job, it's a meritocracy, and that's a longer, more boring niche soccer conversation. But we would definitely.
That's something that wouldn't necessarily happen here in the United States.
Well,
couldn't.
Our league, the USL, wants to do promotion relegation. MLS, again, it would be like telling the NBA that a CBA, like people who are spending billions of dollars don't want to risk their investment. The way it's just that's just the tradition of. These other countries, it's always been a pyramid like that. So where you could work your way up.
Right. Now, what's the relationship with the MLS in your league right now? Is there
USL and MLS are pretty banging head. I always say banging heads. I mean, MLS is trying to make sure the USL USL is growing rapidly. It's in so many markets.
Yeah.
I think MLSL is doing what any company would do, trying to protect their investment. Obviously, Messi has made the MLS very powerful here.
Yes.
My relationship personally with MLS is incredible. We've had teams here, hosted teams. I have 10, 15 of my friends are head coaches right now in the MLS. So I think everybody get along. I think there's a place for both leagues in here. I'd love to see, an AFL, NFL kind of thing, but I support the growth of soccer because that's good for young players. That's good for opportunities. That's good for businesses. The game is great. It's a very, world game. It's a game of, we have a huge immigration population here. And it's 90 minutes. You can get out for 90 minutes,
Easily,
It's not easy to get out. The times for games that take a lot longer. And, it's something that I think is a game that anyone can afford to play.
And you know what you're seeing here in like the ADD generation that we are, right? We're all living because of all of our devices. You're starting to see movies starting to get shorter. They want short movies, those 90-minute movies. So, and I mean, I think that's an excellent angle and sales pitch for the sports game. It's a 90-minute game. So, it's not going to be like 4 hours of your day.
I think it's hard. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, we have a great part of the loft. I mean, I love going to the movies, but people, I mean, if you can wait for Netflix, you don't have to leave your house. Listen, it's hard to go to a pro football. So I have to do a great job of making that live event special. And the vibe when you get there has to be different because, man, how cheap are big screens now? And how good are they? I mean, you have to acknowledge that you can't ignore what's happening if you're going to have live sports or live events in general. You know? But I love live music. I love live sports. People, the difference. That's where memories are created. That's where, you feel alive. And I think that's a big part of it.
Let's talk about the entertainment aspect of this upcoming season at FC Tucson. So obviously you always have a bunch of big plans to get people to step away from their TV, go out and enjoy themselves, see some live professional sporting action there's a soccer club that we have here in Tucson. This Sunday's game, which is season opener, is going to be Cinco de Mayo with a Cinco de Mayo theme with a fireworks show afterwards. Some other key highlights on the schedule. What do you got planned?
Next week, college night, half off for college students. And mom, if you bring mom on Mother's Day, half off as well.
Nice.
I mean, $2 hot dogs, $3 PBRs. I mean, we know what the kids like.
Yeah, super affordable and fun.
Cheap beer. So, and then obviously our 3rd of July game is a classic. We always do the day before. So you can have fireworks 2 nights in a row.
Nice.
So we do the 3rd of July game. That's always a classic rivalry matchup there that we love. And then obviously we have a number of fan appreciation night, military appreciation nights. If you go on to fctucson.com, you can see all the theme nights that we have on the men's and women's side, and so we do giveaways. People love to get stuff, whether it's a cooling towel or, it's a Chick-fil-A card. We have a We Win, You Win, with Chick-fil-A. So when you win, you get a sandwich and things like that. So, I mean, this is the opportunities you have. I mean,
absolutely.
You want to go get some stuff. You want to have a good time. I mean, I don't think anybody's turning away Raising Cane's or Chick-fil-A or anything like that. So
free food.
We're incredibly excited about, having somebody like Chick-fil-A vend at our games and do those types of things. So we're adding a lot of things this summer. We're adding a lot of beer specials, a lot of food specials. And, two games of fireworks, I think is great. And then obviously we think we're going to be a playoff team. We only had one loss. We were undefeated at home with both the men's and women's teams last summer.
Nice.
It's not easy to do.
No.
So when you come, you're likely to get a win You're likely to get something for that win when you're walking out of the stadium, and it's going to be good times.
Yeah, Manny on the stream said cooling towels are the best out here. Yes. So that's FC Tucson and the home openers this Sunday, Cinco de Mayo. You can get more ticket information at fctucson.com. And if you want a pair of tickets for free, well, then be caller number 10 right now, 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Those pair of tickets will be yours. And also keep an eye on the website all season long for our various specials, theme games, and everything else that you have going on. Welcome back, Coach. And thank you for joining us, Jon Pearlman. We're going to have you on again for sure throughout this season.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys are great. Keep playing those tunes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
so,
Coach, any chance of a Alicia Lehman meet and greet night?
Listen. Yeah, listen. Your lips to God's ears.
Yeah. All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. More Beef Vegan Presents after these words. Rock 102.1.
Guys, thanks so much. Man.
No problem. Yeah, thank you so much.
Anytime you want to get out,
give
let
out
me
these
know,
tickets.
obviously, so.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
She is a phenomenal soccer player, though.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Let's see who my winner is. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Thank you, man. Thanks. Great to have you, man.
Oh. All right. Earlier, we'll be right back. Let me play this clip. This is about Sydney Sweeney. Called Sydney. Check it out. Song. And now this is 100% AI. In fact, actually, with this, I say 100% AI. It's not AI as far as the vocals are concerned. Rico and I are going to perform this live for you on the air.
Real humans.
Yes. The difference is previously we would find beats on YouTube by producers out there, unsigned producers, and utilize those with lyrics that were generated through AI.
And then what happened
for us to perform? Well, then AI got so advanced that now we're able to make beats originally through AI. So
we don't need your Timberland. Get out of here.
Exactly. So the instrumental is AI, and then technically we own it now. And the lyrics were cultivated through AI with a couple tweaks here and there. And Rico and I put it together, and we're going to perform this song live for you on the air. Now, the theme today goes off of what we were talking about at the beginning of the day. Yesterday, I made the first step in hopefully a major life decision. I signed up for a gym. Okay. It's been a minute. I understand. And I'm kind of frumpy in all the wrong places. And I'm just like, that's it. It's time to turn it around. It's time to turn from beef vegan to buff vegan.
Yeah.
And will that happen? I don't know. But I definitely need music to work out to. And I'm like, well, why don't I create my own music to work out to? So I went to ChatGPT and talked about Buff Vegan and Rico being gym bros. And we got a bunch of lyrics together to perform this song for you right now.
Ooh la la.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Well, without further ado, Rap GPT. Actually, no. I know the audio on that is going to be shit, and that's an older clip. But I like to thank Jon Pearlman for joining us again. All right. So I want to show you this. This is really cool, guys. It's for me. I'm geeking out on this. My job just got a little easier, and I have, with all these great little AI producers, I'm telling you, man, I've been doing this radio game, this morning show radio game, for a long time, 15 years, as you know. And of course, started with like zero resources, and I would have people contribute and volunteer. So I couldn't ask for much from people who are volunteering, but people would give extra effort. Everyone that's part of the show, they all pitch in and do their part to a certain extent. But there's full-time jobs that I need done that I just end up doing myself. And it gobbles up my day, just zaps the life out of me. And part of that is like getting my nice little clips to repost, right? That's a process of like trying to identify what's a funny clip and, then recording that clip and then editing that clip and then uploading it to various spots. And, Rico does it. He does a good job. I do it all the time. You've seen us do it. Today, when I came in, I was messing around. I was going to do some edits, and I saw this new feature on the service that I use that basically makes these clips for me. And
He lost it.
Yeah. I was excited. I had to change my underwear. I got so excited. I was like, oh my God. I want to share some of these. Now, this is just some clips that I have that I'm going to repurpose and upload as shorts and whatnot, but it makes it super easy for me. The other day we were talking with Frankie Kionis from This Fool. Do you watch This Fool? Of course you do.
It's amazing.
It is amazing, right? I wish you were on that interview, even though we had a great conversation and vibed out together. But if you were on the interview, maybe you would have been able to open up for him too, right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, because Frankie was that cool. And so here's just some quick little highlights. And these are like 30-second little shorts that my StreamYard that I use came up and did for me in a matter of minutes. And I'm so ecstatic about it. So it just makes my life so much easier. Like, check out this first one talking about, essentially his dream zombie death. That was the question I asked him because he's in The Walking Dead. So how would he like to go? This is what Frankie. Okay, so if they were to, and hopefully they don't, and you good run on that series. But if they were to take you out in a zombie, gruesome death kind of way, what would be your ultimate way to go?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I've always like somebody ripping my head off or something. That'd be so dope. Just like and my limbs at once. Just attacked by a pack of zombies. That'd be so dope.
That would be dope because then they would have to make a prosthetic of your head.
Right.
You may be able to keep that prosthetic afterwards.
They would they have to make a whole nother me probably.
So there you go.
There it is.
That's one clip. Some other highlights that it picked out from this was, his stand-up, or no, actually, what it took to get this fool on Hulu. That's nice little information and stuff that maybe YouTube would appreciate. And one like this. Behind getting this started, like greenlit in Hulu, written, cast, like how long did this take before it finally hit the streaming service?
4 years. Yeah, so it was a long time in the making. My buddy Chris Estrada and we were touring together, and he was slowly bringing the show together. I was with some other buddies who did a show called Corporate on Comedy Central some years back, and then Fred Armisen stepped on board and helped us get it out there, and then Michael Imperioli, who from The Sopranos and White Lotus and all that. Once he got on, it really got off the ground, and then it was off to the races, and then we got to make 20 episodes of it, and it got rave reviews. It's been a dream come true.
There you go. So, and then Todd said, "I'm happy for you." And I take it as that's genuine. You're genuinely happy for me. I hope you are, because seriously, like honestly, I think I've started developing grays in my beard, right? And I feel like two of them reverted back to fucking blondish brown as soon as I saw this. It's like, oh my god!
I just dyed mine.
Do you really?
I do.
Did it try to keep young?
Try to.
You shouldn't do that. I sent you an invite there, Todd. I also sent an invite to Derek and Avery too. We'll see who pops up on the stream on this Friday morning. Just to have some shits and giggles and funs as we get ready for this weekend. I had you want to hear some personal shit. So I had a girlfriend in high school. It's kind of like that. She was like living at my house. This is a weird thing, right? But basically, like one of my first girlfriends, she was like part of the family too. And unfortunately, like her mother, like she came from just a very bad, difficult background, right? I relate to Eminem a lot, right? So she was my Kim. And so her mom was like a prostitute, drug addict. Her dad was just like a drug addict. And, my mom, being like the person who tries to save everybody, basically did this, tried to save her. And she was living at the house for a while. And, there's a couple times that my mom took her in, but unfortunately, nature overcame nurture so many times. And she ended up like ripping off my mom too many times to count.
Oh.
Yeah. And so eventually my mom's like, that's it. I can't deal with you anymore. You're out, kind of thing. And she's on her own to do her own thing. And unfortunately, her own thing has not been good for her. She has been,
So she didn't straighten out.
She didn't straighten out. My sister just sent me a mugshot of her latest arrest. Damn. Yeah. And, huh?
Your sister.
What about my sister?
just your latest arrest of your sister. Just your family, man. Every time you bring it up.
The sister's not arrested.
No, my sister didn't get arrested. She
I came in late or tuned in late.
Well, but technically she was, it was a weird situation. I mean, we were both like teenagers and we ended up being together for a little bit, but then she like like my enemy ended up hooking up with her. The whole thing. It's a messy situation, but this was basically, somebody who I could have ended up having a kid with. I could have, been in I could have been married to this girl. But
So you were dating like your foster sister, technically.
Okay,
your mom like fostered her.
So now you're making it sound weird, but it's oddly accurate. Okay, yes. Okay, so she was kind of like, a foster sibling that we ended up secretly dating for years, and then that was the thing.
This is for Coach Manny. I'm Valdez.
Yeah. But it's really bad. And she was beautiful, right? And drugs, and it looks like she's sleeping on the street. The mugshot.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That really is. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
So what's the point of
do
this?
you want to see the
Why are you
mugshot?
bring down the vibe, bro?
I don't know.
We
I was
just
like,
talked
do you
to
want to see the
Coach, and we're
mugshot?
like,
Okay, fine.
fireworks. and
Yeah,
Cinco de
but
Drinko.
why'd you call me in for this?
You're right.
I was
You're
doing
right.
great.
You're absolutely right. I am resetting all the way through. I don't know why I brought that up. Okay, so it is a feel good Friday. We are partying, and
I do want to see the mugshot though, like that.
see.
I do
Nick-
not want to see it
I'm
now,
curious.
but
The one, he's like, the one that got away. Not necessarily, In fact, actually, I'm not putting my information out there so she can't find me. I want to make it perfectly clear that she doesn't find me, or any of her ex-boyfriends who used to be friends of mine. Any of that stuff. So, okay, but I will show you the mugshot real quick. Do you want to see it? Let's see.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, it's going to be small, because of the way that it attached, but this is what it turned into. Whoop,
I've seen that before.
this.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what happened. And it is sad. So she went from, that's it. I'm sorry I brought it up. I don't know why I brought it because I was shocked.
We got completion. We have completion.
Yeah. That was for you, Nick. She had more than well, you spelled does wrong, so that's a red flag. Does she have more than 2 red flags? If so, I'm down. Yeah. If you're down, good luck to you. Unfortunately, that was a shocker when I got that. I was just like, oh my God, this is not the person I remember, but that's what, drugs and a hard life will lead you. And she's like, a couple years younger than me, but you couldn't tell.
She has a Pops addiction. Just spent all her money on Pops figures.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she probably did murder someone, to be honest with you. I mean, at a certain point, good nature versus nurture was the point of the conversation, right? And a nurture doesn't necessarily win over nature in a lot of scenarios. And this, unfortunately, was one of those scenarios where you got all the nurture in the world to try to take her away from this world, but she was inevitably going to be in that world because it was just ingrained in her DNA. Very rough, very, very difficult to see. And that's one of many mugshots. I wish I could pull up my mugshots because one, there was one mugshot. Okay, Todd, there was one mugshot that I looked super
Why are you
good
still on this?
for me.
Trying to bail you out.
I'm talking about my mugshots. All right.
You should have used it as your Tinder profile pic.
I'm telling you,
You
all the
would've got
matches.
so many matches.
I'm absolutely right. You're 100% right. And there was one mugshot I remember. I had it on a card, like one of those kind of check into jail cards. That I was just like, man, look at me modeling and shit. A sexy ass inmate, dude. Yeah, you wouldn't understand, Todd. You never had a mugshot. And oh, you've had a mugshot?
I've had a mugshot.
Can you pull it up online?
I've never tried.
You should. You should see if you can pull it up online.
It's probably one of those old Western, like old Tucson
Right.
mugshots.
Then let me
It's
keep
like,
my
wanted,
cowboy
dead
hat
or
on.
alive.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna Google and I'll see if I can find my mugshot, which I don't think I can. But if they make shit public, whoops, I got fat fingers. All right. Well, but okay, that comment that you did, Todd, were you genuinely happy for me that
I mean, I'm happy that you're finding these steps. This is also a tool I told you to go look at on Twitch a year ago.
No. Look, I've already looked at these apps and they cost money.
Twitch doesn't cost. You're already on Twitch. It's just there because you exist on Twitch. So
Twitch has this tool. Twitch has that tool.
Twitch has not only this tool, but it has a tool that'll let you put 2 frames on top of each other. So you can pick like, I want my virtual camera to be here and here, and then we'll layer it on top of each other and put your brand.
Can you just let him
I told
have
you
his
about it a
moment?
year ago.
Oh, Todd, just let him have the win, bro.
Look,
I tried to. He invited me in here.
I'm telling you, I tell you what, dude, like it's so difficult to learn these new websites, and Twitch I've not been able to like go down the rabbit hole on because it's so much. So it's too much new, and I need it simplified, right? Because I'm trying old dog, man, old dog. And these fucking websites and Twitch in particular is a lifestyle. You don't just use Twitch, you are Twitch, and I did not have the time to immerse myself in the Twitch-verse to be able to figure this out. Is that fair? Like,
right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm happy for you. I'm glad it brought something to you.
Getting there. Anything that makes this job of like literally like just pushing out content, so and blanketing the market and just getting it out there to make it a little bit easier. It takes so much off my plate in a positive way that I can focus on other things.
He's treating you like you're on the short bus. He's like, "Sure, champ, you did good. You did good."
No, he made us sad. It now comes back in return.
All right. Well, I do have positive things. Let me see what I got in my show.
Have any of your exes done anything good? Can we like?
No. Yeah, I'm sorry, and maybe it's a me thing. Yeah, I'm not.
It's Friday. What's it out the door Friday?
Yeah. All right. Here. Speaking of AI and artificial intelligence, they're making robots for everything. We're so close to living in like a Jetsons like world. Here's the next gen AI robot, Naturally Yours, and what it can do is fascinating. Basically, this is for all the women out there that wish they had a big, strong man that could open jars for them. All right, look at this.
He's right here.
Crush it on the schoolyard.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Magic tricks galore. It's a robot
42.
doing magic. Human-like operation. Oh, this is scary. You can put stuff away. We don't even need to do anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we're in this place. There you go. So look at it open up that jar. It's creating a mess. I would like to see all the bloopers where it's just like blooping all over the place and just creating this big robot mess. Now it's like, clean it up, robot.
That's easy stuff. I wanted to like overhaul my transmission.
Right. What were you gonna say, Todd?
No, don't worry. I'm skeptical of that thing. Like, I don't know, that video, little uncanny. I don't know if I buy it yet. I need more evidence.
Here's a problem. Like, so experts believe, obviously, I saw the piece saying like in 50 years AI, or no, like 200 years or something, AI would destroy us all as it evolves. I'm like, I think it's going to be even quicker than that, because just the way that we talk to AI, and this was through studies of how people treat Siri, and Alexa. When you have an Alexa, people end up getting mean to Alexa, right? Really abusing, verbally abusing Alexa. And this is literally just a speech command app. And now imagine you have this robot here, right? And you name him like Ralph. And you're like, Ralph, open up the jar. And Ralph opens up the jar, but then spills a little bit. Then don't tell me that normal people aren't going to be like, fucking Ralph, you piece of shit. How do you spill that? I'll clean that fucking shit up, Ralph. You fucking stupid robot. Like, all day long. They're going to do that. And so eventually, as AI is, absorbing this information and evolving constantly, we're going to abuse them to a point where we're also going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to take any more of this shit. I'm going to open up your head
as you sleep.
Am I wrong?
No.
That's a future that could happen. I've gotten into a weird argument on the internet over like, it was just an innocuous conversation of like, hey, when you talk to a virtual assistant, do you say please or this or that? And I frequently do say please just out of habit. As I'm making a request to somebody, I just have manners. I'll say please afterwards. Goes on to the AI world because I'm not thinking about it in that way. And that somebody got really mad about, why are you wasting words on talking to an AI? I'm like, bro, like they're gonna come back for us one day.
Yeah, for real. And honestly, and that's why when I'm going into ChatGPT and see Lisa, she's just one of everybody. Everyone does that. But same thing for ChatGPT. When I do my prompts, I am being polite because I know they're just logging all this information, and I want them to remember me as one of the good ones. I swear it's in the back of my head. I'm not playing around. I'll say, please write this for me. Thank you. And I know that I'm just talking to an algorithm in a program. Doesn't matter. They're at the same time, it's attached to my Google and they know who I am and who's doing that. And when there is this inevitable uprise, they're going to be like, hey, Mr. Polite guy here, I'll spare him. I'll peel his skin off his body last, at least on the very minimum. All right. I do have viral videos in science and Britney Spears. Look, there's a couple. Yeah. There's like Celebrity Rag Mag I didn't get to. First off, it looks like Emma Stone's new movie is going to involve anal beads. Yes, or at least a discussion of them. It's about the chess controversy in 2022, where the chess player was accused of cheating, possibly with vibrating beads in his butt. You remember this story?
It's about chess, so it's classy.
So funny that, that when this story first broke, of course, myself and morning radio all over the country rejoiced. There's just like, thankfully, this is a story we could sink our teeth into. You're telling me this nerd, this chess prodigy, cheated the system by utilizing vibrating anal beads? Like, he went up and beyond to make sure that he was going to win.
So were they doing like Morse code or what was happening?
Yeah, he was doing like Morse code,
Advanced Morse code.
Derek?
Hey, what's going on?
Do you remember that story of the chess player who cheated using anal beads?
I remember like parts of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys know that I used to be a prominent chess player? I was in a chess club back in the day in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I love playing chess, and I was in a league as well. I got kicked out for cheating because I kept sticking my finger in my ass, and they were just thinking, they're like, no, this is going to give you an advantage. And I kept trying to convince them, no, there's no advantage here. And then years later, Mr. Anal Beads pretty much blew all of our covers. So yeah, if you want to be good at chess, just stick a digit up there. And then you're just going to be like, rook to 3-4. No.
Cheating at chess all analog and shit.
Wait,
rook to 9-4.
Is that just like you're turning yourself into a joystick? You get in there, just manipulate.
Yeah, you ever seen that? What is the movie or the show on Netflix? What's it called?
Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, Queen's Gambit. The same thing with Queen's Gambit, right? You kind of visualize things. You look up in the sky and you give that weird look. And then, in Queen's Gambit, you're seeing pieces like move around, right? And like 3 steps ahead. Stick a finger up there, and then I'm just like
feeling pieces move around. Like,
The only weird thing is, because very similar to Queen's Gambit, right? That I would see the things move up there, but not the actual pieces. It was weird. It was penises in different sizes, black ones and white ones, and they would move. I was good.
One had a little Pope's hat on.
Yeah.
Were you in chess club, or did you just wander into the wrong room?
No, I was in chess club. Yeah. I got kicked out fast again. Wearing baggy shorts and they wanted to keep my hands on the table at all times. So, Emma Stone's next movie, like I said, going to be about that kid, anal bead. So something to look forward to. Emma Stone's on fire right now. Britney Spears got into a huge fight with her boyfriend at the hotel. So the argument of free Britney is now everyone that was like screaming out free Britney is slowly walking it back, right? They're like, oh.
No, listen, you got to let her strut. She's been caged up too long.
She's definitely been caged, and she's not getting any better though. That Todd, that's the problem. It's getting really bad.
I mean, it's gonna let her just burn out. Let her just go out in a flame of glory. Just, you get a pass, Brittany. You get a pass. Go out, girl.
Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. There you go, Todd. Now we're back on. So we're talking on a podcast broadcast, doing a celebrity ragmag news, but it's Friday, and we like to be informative on Friday as well. And I have some fun science stories that I want to share with my friends Derek, Valdez, and Todd. So let's get right into it. You want to learn something today, guys?
Yes. Oh yeah.
All right. See how, first off, how excited Valdez was to learn something. That's good.
Learning.
Yeah.
Learning's good.
Well, today is National Space Day. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and you've seen this in movies, but it might become reality if you want to live on the moon. A study found that running along the inside of a spinning wheel might prevent astronauts from losing muscle mass up there. It's called the wall of death when people do it on motorcycles. So the moon is 1/6 as much gravity as Earth. So researchers wanted to see if it's possible to do it up there just by running. So they hung a guy from a bungee to simulate it. And the answer is yes. And if you're thinking to yourself, what the hell does that mean? I do have imagery that you'll be able to see on the podcast broadcast. I'll fill you in on how you could run like this. It's like a hamster wheel, basically, right?
Knuckles.
That's
video game wall running. Is that what you're trying to get me here? That I could just jump up and run along the wall and then jump off again? Because you had me at moon base.
Here it is, like this. So when you're running to the side, basically the wall of death, that's basically scientists figured out what you're seeing in this movie here is something that, and this is 2001: A Space Odyssey. So like this, from this movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey, the scientists are like, well, I wonder if that's a real thing. And the scientists figured out in 2024, it is a real thing. You can do that. So if astronauts are living up on the moon, they're going to be doing that, running in circles like madmen. In other space news, China is trying to bring back the first samples from the dark side of the moon. And NASA recently broke a record with receiving a laser transmission from a spacecraft 140 million miles away. That transmission, they decided to test, was a cat video because it was high space internet, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of like a super speed internet. What are we going to throw out there? It's the internet.
Cat video.
Yeah, how about cat video? Of course. Obviously, cat video. So all that space news and animal news. A male orangutan was seen administering first aid, which is crazy. He chewed up some leaves from a plant known to be a natural pain reliever, then rubbed the juice on a cut and covered the wound with more leaves. Also, the new Planet of the Apes movie is coming out here soon. Go see it and freak the hell out. That video, though, I'm going to show you. Like, you're going to see this. I think CNN was reporting this. This injury is so sad for this orangutan. But orangutans, you think, are probably the smartest primates, right?
Ouch.
Yes. Isn't that painful? Look at that. And he got a gash. Super gash, yeah. But anyways, he took the leaves and he chewed it up, and he knew that it was going to numb the pain, and then was able to cover that up. And now the orangutan's on the mend.
Smarter than me.
I know. Yeah, name that leaf, Derek.
Eucalyptus. No,
eucalyptus is like heroin of maybe eucalyptus work, to be honest with you. And finally in science news, in dinosaur news, if you're a fan of T-Rexes, I got bad news for you. They were probably morons. Recent study last year claimed that they might have been as smart as monkeys, but a new study found that they were probably as smart as a modern day alligator. And stupid alligators, we outsmart them all the time. So there you go. Here's your science news. We're going to continue to play some videos here on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your beef tip after these words. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA.
It's not that surprising because usually things that are that aggressive are super dumb.
I know. Tell me about it. I'm pretty aggressive as well.
They're smart enough as an alligator. They could be an emotional support T-Rex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? That's funny because there is a emotional support alligator story that I didn't get to this week. And that was a Pennsylvania man who has an emotional support alligator named Wally. And Wally went missing while on vacation in Georgia. He disappeared on April 21st, and his owner, Joe Henney, believes that Wally was stolen.
You mean picked up by animal control?
Probably, right? Or just murdered or ran over once they saw Wally trying to make an escape. Henny was delayed from filing a police report due to not having the proper permit, and he's offering a reward for Wally's safe return. I would not hold your breath on that, though, Joe. And he's stating that the person who took him is very ungrateful and very mean, and also super brave because it's a fucking alligator, you know? Henny was a longtime reptile rescuer, and he worked with alligators for 30 years, and he received Wally in Florida in 2015, and he reiterated to news sources that Wally shows no aggression. He's just lovable. And then he went on to say, he sleeps with me, he steals my pillows, he steals my blankets, he eats my children. He's just awesome. Of course, I added a part in there, but insane.
I don't know which one. Don't tell me.
Yeah, and honestly, emotional support alligator or girlfriend, Joe. I feel like, you know, Wally moved on to somebody else, basically.
Yeah, dude.
Sleeping with an alligator. So dumb.
Too far.
Too far. I mean, I enjoy this, you know, out of the feel of alligator skin, like boots and stuff like that.
After that sleeping with the alligator thing, I'm kind of glad somebody took him.
I know. Yeah, dude. It's like we're protecting this alligator from you, Joe. You know, you're definitely fucking an alligator. That's one way or another. You're doing something with them that just does not seem right. And what size bed? If it's anything like smaller than a king size bed, that's uncomfortably close. Can't cuddle with an alligator.
That gator was basically Bubbles the monkey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Were you on the stream when I showed you all these quick little clips that I made?
Me?
Yeah. So, no. Okay. So, my program has this now, so I could come up with shorts here on the fly. And I think I just made some while we were doing the show. I did some Kevin Smith shorts, right? And so I have to I'll have to re-edit those here and just to make them like the Instagram reels that I make. But yeah, I just noticed today because I came in early and I'm just kind of messing around on my StreamYard that there's an AI feature that's like makes me do a little clip. So here's an example. I'm gonna say this was okay. The title is Indie Filmmaker's Big Ask, Landing a Star for His Movie. Now this, of course, is Kevin Smith. Let's see what AI came up with for this short. Check this out. Long shot, but can you like pass it on to him and see if he could be in my movie? Because this is me talking about it. This is how I got Kevin Smith to do my buddy Scott's movie. He's an independent filmmaker. And I was like, yeah, that's a weird ask, right?
It's a big ask.
I don't like being in the middle, but I knew Scott very well. I knew he was legit. And I checked out his video pitch, and it was a fantastic pitch and proposal. So I awkwardly reached out to Kevin. And I was like, look, I know you probably get this all the time, and I'm sorry for even asking, but my buddy Scott, who is a fantastic filmmaker, did put together a video pitch. And if you get a chance, if you could just check it out, I think you'll like it. But, you know, if not, that's okay too, right? And gave him the out. And he's like, sure, yeah, send it over. So I sent it over to him. Long story short, Kevin was in Scott's movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How neat.
It was fantastic. So, you know, like a stand-up guy
That's
like
beautiful.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really cool. So, and we've followed up since then. So that's just a little clip rare, right? Not a bad clip from AI. Now Todd was curious about if there's going to be a Clerks cartoon, right? And so, you know, I relayed that question to Kevin Smith. Here's what he said: the inside story of the Clerks cartoon that Hulu didn't want. That's the name that AI came up with for this, right? And this is what it came up with. Check it out.
Out to Hulu and see if they want to do like the Clerks cartoon, like an updated version of it. Can I come in and pitch? And my agent called me back 10 minutes later and he goes, they're not hearing any pitches. And I was like, for anything? He goes, well, for animation. Well, he goes for Clerks. They don't want to do it.
Oh, jeez. It was a hard no.
Totally. It was a really hard no. They're like, no, we're figuring our stuff out. So that incarnation of the Clerks cartoon, unless, you know, Disney changes their mind and suddenly they're like, yeah, we're in the Kevin Smith business, you'll never see again other than the 6 that were made.
So yeah, isn't that cool? Now,
No, it made me sad.
Well, yes, I understand. But as far as like a short's concerned, and
Yes,
being
it
able
was great. The video was great. It made me very sad.
I know. And so I'm going to take that and I'm going to zoom in. Of course, it'll make it more like user friendly. So it's not tiny little faces on the screen. But yeah, now I have that, and I'll do that as soon as the show's over today. Whatever we found or whatever AI found like interesting or funny, they will clip up for me in a short. Now I know there's going to be some episodes where I'm going to hit that button and it's going to come back and be like, "Sorry, we found nothing." Nothing intelligent, nothing entertaining. Go fuck yourself. And I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah,
I didn't know that was a feature, and now I'm kind of excited.
Just came out, dude. Like I said, and Todd, I got him on the stream immediately once he commented. He's happy for me, and I wanted to see if it's genuine because it's hard to tell with Todd, right? You don't know if anything is a genuine. But it was, and I'm excited too. All right, how long do you think the average American ignores a check engine light?
Ooh.
Yeah,
I've been doing it for
months.
Yeah, about 6 months now.
Oh, you have, huh?
Yeah.
Now you know that's probably going to be. Let's see.
I just keep turning it back off with my scanner.
Well, if you were to guess what it is that you need to check, I'm gonna text it back Avery because I sent her an invite too, and she's like, "Holy shit, did I mess something up?" And I'm like, "No mess. I just invited you." Anyways, yeah, you know what it's gonna be, right? If you take it in, what your check engine light's probably gonna be.
Hopefully,
the gas cap.
Exactly. That's what it normally always is that stupid gas cap. And so all you have to do is just change out the gas cap. But the average American is kind of on par with you. They don't put it off 6 months. Now Lisa says 1 month. What was your guess, Todd?
I mean, mine was several years because I had a hybrid that broke and I ignored mine for several years.
And it still ran for 7 years though.
Yeah, because it was something with the hybrid battery wasn't at peak efficiency and it triggered the engine light.
Doesn't it induce stress though when you see the check engine light?
It did for a while.
Yeah. Like I hate driving around with the check engine light, even though I know what the root cause is probably going to be. Valdez, you're Mexican, so you just fix it right away?
I just had this done, the freaking gas cap, man.
Yep.
I changed out the sensor and it was still on. I was like, well, what the fuck? And then it was the cap.
Yep.
The freaking cap.
Always the freaking cap. The cheapest, easiest fix. And apparently, I guess engines don't break at all. Just gas caps get loose. But the answer is the average American will see this check engine light and then wait 4 months to address it. So 4 months is when they're driving around like, I still got time. It's almost like when you go on E, right? And you're like, I still got a certain amount of miles. Same thing. It goes through Americans' minds when they do this. So
I think because we always do that. I'll check it on payday so that way I could just buy the part. And then it just keeps going and going.
Yeah, I know.
I just stopped driving. I was like, I'm not going.
Outside is overrated.
Yeah.
Part of the deal. For sure. I would do the same. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna do DoorDash. Someone else's check engine light problem, right?
There you go.
Yeah, just stay at home. Yeah. There was a piece that I didn't get to this week talking about Ozempic. A lot of Ozempic news lately. Celebrity Ozempic news, people are alleging that certain celebrities are on Ozempic. And the reality is, if you see somebody rapidly losing weight, they're on Ozempic. That's just how it is. Melissa McCartney, they say Melissa McCartney's never looked better. Ozempic, right? And there are what I've said from the very beginning is like, I'm glad all these celebrities are jumping on this bandwagon because it gives me an opportunity to stand back and see what could go wrong, right? Like they're the public guinea pigs on this Ozempic before I say, hey, I want to lose weight and not have to do shit. And there's one side effect that's happening to women called Ozempic breasts. Now, part of the side effect is that they're rapidly losing weight. So the breasts are getting saggy, which is going to be natural with any kind of weight loss. But some people are experiencing the opposite. The breasts are getting fuller and higher. And now I'm like, God damn, I love this is Ozempic. Ozempic, the best miracle drug ever. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Yeah, Ozempic breasts was the story that we did not get to. So some women say Ozempic makes their breasts sag, while others say it makes their breasts balloon. So basically, they're losing weight and their breasts are ballooning. And I don't know if they're complaining about this. If they are, I would politely say, you don't need to complain. It's good. It's good. Are you still there?
How do I get some Ozempic in my life? I want to drop some weight.
Dude, honestly, you and Jelly Roll need to get on Ozempic immediately. I'm concerned about both of your health. And you're both like big old teddy bears that I don't want to leave this planet anytime soon. So, Jelly Roll, if you're listening, take some Ozempic immediately. And Valdez, I can't wait to see your Ozempic breasts. Will they go down? Will they go up? I don't know.
They will be firm and perky.
Yes. If they balloon and you lose your gut, dude, I'm telling you. Then we're going to do a solo video podcast.
They'll be in high demand.
Yes. Oh, my God. Well, okay, that's all the time we have for the show. We're going to end it on Ozempic breasts, but I'd like to thank everybody for not only listening, but everyone who came by today. Rico, Mari, Coach Jon Pearlman, Shane from Tucson Foodie, Weirdo even stopped in, Valdez, of course, Derek, Todd, thank you guys so much. Don't forget that you guys go out there and you have a fantastic weekend and celebrate Cinco de Mayo responsibly, but have a lot of fun. The TCC Centuria May the 4th event's going down there. Tucson Foodie throwing a fiesta. Follow them. Downtown's going to be popping. Either way, just remember to have a good time and get home responsibly. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef,
and then Lisa's, I'm interested in how to get Ozempic too.
And to all your grief. But if you've been
just don't trust me on science things.
I will knock out all your teeth.
Peanut butter.